Somebody say, well, you're a little rough and you're too direct, Coach Fatimah, you're too harsh, and you're this, that, and she's too corny, and she's too quiet, and I don't like how her voice sounds. You got every right to not watch these videos. Every right to leave the chat. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. Now, in this video, I picked a very important topic. They all are important. I always say that and I always mean it. This thing about initial wives being against subsequent wives and that war of the worlds, or the two different worlds. The video is really about subsequent wives being able to have a voice and being able to have their own experiences because they have something to say. They have something to share when they're ready to share it, just like anybody else. So when we try to, when some people try to choke the voice out of them, along with trying to choke the life out of them, and mentally bully them, cyber bully them, get down in these comments and try to bully them. That matters. That's important because what you're doing, what some people do is try to diminish their voice because they came in second, third, or fourth. Everybody like the one that come in first place, or do they? You could be the initial wife can be demonized just as much, if not more, than the subsequent wife, because the subsequent wife knew what it was and she did it and she studied and this, that, and the third, and you the idiot that stayed with him and you the idiot that came in. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be somebody to say something negative. I don't need nobody to diagnose me. My mental health is solid because I've done my work, because as a practicing Muslim, I made dua for knowledge, understanding, and patience. And if at any point I felt as though my marriage had become abusive, as if I'd have felt as though my husband wasn't trying, and let me just say something very quickly. I'm going to use the word my husband because I'm talking about the relationship that I have with him. When I am on videos with my co-wife, Coach Nyla will say our husband and such. But when we are doing individual videos, you will hear us say my husband. Now, that does not mean that's ownership. We are just paying attention to the individual relationships, marriages that we have. Now, let's get back on trying to choke the voice and the life out of the subsequent wives. They do have something to say for the people that are willing to listen. And if you're not willing to listen to them, they weren't talking to you anyway. Period. They weren't. Everybody's an adult. Everybody's grown. I don't think any guy wants to end up on a box talking about he tried to keep his wife in a hostage marriage situation. Now, if they agree upon whatever they agree upon, that's their business. But since my family decided to be on social media, we decided and we said what we said, because we got together and decided, okay, we can help people, because there was nobody to help us. There wasn't. We didn't have support in our community. If we did, it was a few close friends, and I like to call them family. My friends are 20 plus years with me. So they've walked this entire time with me, and they've talked to me, and I've talked to them back. And I love them very deeply, as I love my co-wife very deeply. And I'm on here because she didn't know I was shooting this video. I think people think we sit up and go, okay, this is what we're going to say. This is the script. We don't do that. Now, I don't feel the need to do that. We're never on here to do that. Facebook, YouTube, wherever it is. wherever it is, wherever we've been, Clubhouse, IG, if we're going to talk about polygyny and our journey in it, it would benefit, and it is part of our culture to tell the truth about it. Good, bad, or indifferent. Whatever we learned, we shared. Whatever we messed up on, we shared. Whatever we feel passionate about and love, we share that. But it's a piece of our lives. It's not all access. So I had to get to know her for myself outside of us being Coach Nazir's wives. We have more depth to us than just that. We wear many hats. And we manage all those hats with as much class, elegance, and grace that we can, patience that we can, communication that we can, forgiveness, celebration in our individuality as wives. He didn't marry Coach Nyla to get another Fatimah. That's impossible. And that wasn't the goal. So somebody say, well, you're a little rough and you're too direct, Coach Fatimah, you're too harsh, and you're this, that, and she's too corny, and she's too quiet, and I don't like how her voice sounds. You got every right to not watch these videos. Every right to leave the chat. You can be blocked and blessed. You can leave the chat. You don't have to talk to us. You don't have to like. I'm not on here for anybody to like me. I'm not on here for fame. OPR is not on here for fame. We are here for the people that are heartbroken. We are here for the people that don't understand, for the people that are hurting and don't have to, the people that want to grow. And if any of my mistakes, if any of my triumphs, if any of my trainings, coaching, counseling has helped them, then so be it. But this ain't about fame. This is about lending voices to men and women and children that need to be heard, that need to get it out. But we're not here to direct every single little tantrum that anybody wants to have in the comments. You might not even get it read because we're going to spend time with the positive. We're going to spend time with the people that are going, you know what? This kind of helped me. I had a breakthrough. This brought me closer. This made me understand some of my mistakes because I listened to some of your mistakes. And whatever we talk about is part of our journey. You might not like it. You might not agree with it, whatever the case may be. You don't have to. You don't have to. I don't like everything I hear, watch, see, listen to. I don't like the horror stories. But I know there's hope in this world still. So if people want to spew venom, violence, whatever the case may be, they want to get on here and say whatever they want to say. Well, you shut up, Coach Nyla. We don't want to hear you anyway. But remember what I said. If you don't want to listen to her, if you don't want to talk to her, if you don't like her just for the mere fact that she exists, she wasn't talking to you anyway. She's here for the people that are listening. She's here for the people that need a voice. And maybe she's the one that's going to be that voice for them, for subsequent wives. Because remember, she's been in monogamy and she's been in polygyny now for 12 years, along with myself and her husband, Coach Nazir. And we've fought every step of the way for our family, not for just us, not for his pleasure as the husband, because for all the work we've done it all three, and we're still doing work. And we stand in humility. But what I don't stand with is if we're trying to snatch, or some are trying to snatch the voices from the subsequent wives because they do have something to say, just like the husband, just like the initial wife, just like the children of polygyny, they have something to say. So I needed to come in here and just give some clarification that they need to be able to share their experiences. And if it's not for you, don't watch it. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you're curious, welcome. If you want to understand our journey, so be it. We thank you because we want to share it. Because I remember a time where I didn't want to share it. I remember a time where I didn't want to talk about it. But I've healed a great deal because a lot of you don't know me. I came into this world a very sick baby. I came into this world needing a blood transfusion, a full blood transfusion. Tiny, weak, in a weak, dying body. And I didn't come all the way from there to get to here and have somebody try to diagnose my mental health or my strength. But see, I don't break down, I build. My family builds. We're tribal people. You don't like that? Cool. You don't have to. I said it I don't know how many times in this video. You don't have to. That's part of being grown. You can go take a nap. You can go read a book. You can go enlist in a class. You can go somewhere and spend time with your family. You can go practice self-care. Because baby, if our videos make you feel that violent, you might need to go get in the tub and soak. You might need to go somewhere and drink some kava tea to calm yourself down. Because we're here, we're not going anywhere. Inshallah, God willing. We pray for one another. If we need to talk, we do that. And we also, as a family, support one another. We do. And if you can't pick it up from our videos, I don't know what to tell you. You might need to take the blinders off. I don't know. But for all the energy that you've given some of the hateful people, very few, that you've given us, work on you. Go somewhere and heal. Because you're not going to change us. You're not going to change the circumstance. You're not going to change the marriages. You're not going to change polygyny. You're not going to make us feel weak. You just empower us more to do this work and keep pressing on. And you're our marketing team. A hater is always marketing team. But to my subsequent sisters and subsequent wives, you have a voice. You should be heard. You're listened to by the right people. Share your experience when you're ready to share it because you might be helping somebody else. And while you're praying for other people, pray for you. Pray for you. Take care of you. Journal your feelings. Figure out what you need to do to make yourself happy, to feel supported. Whatever the case may be. It might be vlogging, it might be journaling, it might be, if you're Muslim, reading Quran, whatever it is, if you need therapy, because we're not therapists, we're coaches, then that's what you do. But you get to decide. Talk with your family, let them know what's going on with you. Talk to a trusted friend to take care of you, but you have a voice. I like hearing your voice. I like hearing your stories, even if they're not easy. Even if it's not easy, even if it's heartbreaking. I love to hear the voice of my co-wife. I love to share experiences with her. And I love to let her know that her voice matters and what she has to say matters because she's helping people. It's all right if a few bitter people don't see it. That's all right. They don't have to never see it. As long as the people that need to be reached are reached. The sisters that need to be talking to her, being coached or counseled by her, so be it. Because if she can be their voice, I applaud her for that. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys got some gems. And thank you to all the people that have given us well wishes, salams, Ramadan Mubarak to you all. Those of you that have been sending us wishes for Ramadan, best wishes for Ramadan. I hope your fast is going well. For those of you that are not Muslim, welcome. Thank you too for all your kind words. We try to leave hearts for you all because I know it's not easy to even leave a comment under one of our videos because that could be kind of scary, But we see you. We love the support. We thank you so much for allowing us into your lives and listening to us and taking the time out of your day to leave something positive, even if you're going through something difficult, okay? Just know, do your work. Prayerfully, you are working with the willing. And if you're not, give it time. And sometimes things don't always work out, and that's okay. That's okay when we need to start over sometime. I had to start over on me a few times. So, with that being said, I'm Coach Fatimah. I am going to leave you guys with a little GLC. But before I do, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Outstanding Relationships, on YouTube and Facebook at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and on Facebook. I'm going to leave you with that GLC that I promised. Make sure that you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. I'm Coach Fatimah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.